Like many people, the last few years haven't been kind to my mental health. I've often felt like I was on a roller coaster as I fought to take care of myself in the midst of everything that was happening in the world. In the middle of this, I discovered a YouTube channel called Psych2Go that creates great mental health and psychology content. I found their channel and the community they've created to be educational, uplifting, and supportive. And today, I want to share 7 crucial mental health lessons I learned from watching over 100 of their videos. Number 1. Don't compare your pain to the pain of others. The internet is full of articles with titles like 37 people who are having a way worse week than you, or ways it can always be worse. These often include photos of people who have severe struggles with basic needs like housing, food, and water that supposedly aim to put things into perspective. Sometimes they work as thought-provoking pieces of journalism, but all too often they lead to you trying to convince yourself that you really don't have it that bad. And when that happens, all you're doing is belittling yourself and dismissing or burying your experiences, feelings, and emotions. Two people who experience the same event are likely to have very different feelings about it. So how is it productive to compare your sensations of pain, grief, anxiety, or anger to someone else? The short answer is that it isn't. You deserve to have your feelings validated, and telling yourself that it isn't that bad is not the way to feel validated. Pain is pain. Just because things can be worse doesn't mean you shouldn't be feeling the way you do now. Number 2. Anyone can have mental health problems. Mental health has become less of a taboo subject in recent years, and that's wonderful. But it wasn't too long ago that we'd hear about mental health issues only after a tragedy. A mass shooting, a string of murders, a suicide, someone on death row being interviewed. It seemed that mental health issues were to blame for bad behavior, which led to a stigma that mental health problems only affected certain people. But nothing could be further from the truth. Anyone, and I mean anyone, can have mental health problems. And they don't have to stem from life-altering trauma. Severe stress can lead to debilitating anxiety, which probably sounds familiar to many of you. And I'm willing to bet you don't fit into the media's old definition of the type of person that is supposed to have mental health issues. Our minds are complicated, and so are our problems. Mental health doesn't discriminate. According to statistics published by Johns Hopkins Medicine, at least 1 in 4 adults will suffer from a mental health disorder in any given year. Just under 10% of American adults will suffer from a depressive disorder, and a whopping 18% of those between the ages of 18 and 54 will experience an anxiety disorder in any given year. Number 3. Healthy coping skills are crucial. It's not always as easy as choosing happiness. Each individual must do real work to understand their mental health struggles and develop healthy ways to cope with uncomfortable emotions. Another key point I'd like to make here. See how I said uncomfortable emotions, not negative ones? Feelings are important. Fear can signal potential danger, but shouldn't be crippling. Grief signifies an important connection, job, or opportunity lost. Feelings of anger, rejection, or hurt can signal a need for a change. They're all crucial markers in your life and shouldn't be dismissed or buried. That would be an unhealthy coping mechanism. Examples of positive coping skills might include setting and maintaining boundaries. Perhaps you're an adult with a parent who continues to control the direction of your life. Choosing to not share big moments of decision before you make your choice might be a healthy boundary. Or perhaps you struggle with anxiety and overthinking. Find something like exercise, gardening, reading, or meditation that helps calm your mind, allowing you to better process your feelings. And if need be, there's absolutely nothing wrong with seeking out a medical professional to help you cope with whatever challenges you're facing. Number 4. Social connections are essential. Humans are social creatures. Social connections are important even if you love your alone time, prefer to be single, or feel the need to escape society every once in a while. Studies have repeatedly proven the importance of a robust social network. People who feel connected to others typically experience lower levels of anxiety and depression, and even physical health benefits. Those connected to a network may have a higher chance of longevity and can even help you to recover from disease faster. Unfortunately, feelings of loneliness are on the rise. It's important to distinguish between quality and quantity here. Someone with hundreds of friends might still feel alone because the connections aren't of the quality that they can confide in them. Similarly, someone with an intimate friend group of 2 or 3 can feel fulfilled because they thrive through their close friendships. If you feel like you're alone because you don't have accessible family or friends, worry not. You can foster great connections with coworkers or find groups of people online or offline who share similar passions and hobbies. Neighbors and even old-fashioned pen pals can help fill this need. Number 5. Mental health is as important as physical health. Our brains are made up of more than 100 billion neurons that make an unfathomable number of connections, roughly 100 trillion. Your brain has as many neurons as stars in the Milky Way. And the brain controls everything from limb movements and the autonomous beating of your heart to memory, speech, and thoughts. It's hard to deny that mental health can impact physical health, and yet people consistently put their mental health on the back burner. If you dislocate your shoulder, it's unlikely that you'll tough it out and keep going. You'll find the nearest hospital and have it fixed by a professional. But if you're suffering from all-consuming grief that makes it difficult to get out of bed, keep up basic hygiene, or be present, are you going to find a licensed therapist to help you get back to normalcy? If you answered yes, I'm proud of you. But many would choose the tough it out option and ultimately suffer for it. Those with strong mental health, a solid social network, and healthy coping mechanisms have been shown to have better outcomes regarding physical illness. Having a healthy mindset, not just ignoring uncomfortable emotions, can lead to better results with surgery, cancer treatments, chronic disease, and other conditions. Number 6. Struggling with mental health doesn't make you bad or less than. Remember when I said that mental health struggles weren't reserved for those considered flawed or on the fringe of society? Let me say it louder for those that need to hear it. Mental health challenges do not make you a bad person or less than in any way. It doesn't make you weak, and it doesn't make you crazy. You aren't fragile or too emotional. These are all examples of feeling unworthy, insignificant, and inadequate. And when these feelings become a secret you think you need to carry alone, depression can spiral and creep into other parts of your life. Struggling with your mental health makes you human. Breaking a bone doesn't mean you failed at being human. Having feelings of depression and anxiety don't mean you're less than anyone else. Remember, don't compare your mental health to others. Everyone has their own experiences and struggles. Number 7. Mental health is a continuum. Strong mental health is not the same as being free from uncomfortable emotions. You'll still experience change, loss, disappointment, stress, and anxiety in your life. But just like a person bounces back from an illness through rest or treatment, so too can a person bounce back from difficult situations. The binary belief that you are either mentally healthy or mentally ill is dangerous. Again, it creates anxiety and can lead to being hypercritical of yourself. Thoughts like you should be able to control this and this isn't worth being upset about creep in, and you find yourself in a dangerous position of devaluing your feelings. When you learn that mental health is something to be constantly nurtured and attended to, you'll be better equipped to deal with the uncomfortable parts as they pop up. Just like physical health requires healthy habits like appropriate water intake, a balanced diet, and exercise, mental health requires dedicated time and attention. I genuinely hope today's video was helpful. If the topics I covered resonated with you, I hope you feel better prepared to employ some of the lessons or seek the help of a medical professional. If you enjoyed today's video, let me know by tapping the like button. And if you'd like more content like this, consider subscribing to the channel. Until next time, have a great day.